perfect pint of Draught Burton Ale, as you will know, should look clean and have a full, rounded taste. It should stand proud of its heritage and be the perfect complement to all the care and attention given to its brewing. At the Burton Brewery, a careful blend of traditional brewing values coupled with the advantages of computerized technology maintain a long tradition of brewing excellence. After all, there's been a brewery here for over 1,000 years. One of the products, Burton Ale, is held in particular esteem at Burton and has been forging an ever-growing reputation with its customers. Burton Ale is an exceptionally successful brew, with currently over 55,000 pints being drunk nationwide every day. It's proved itself to be appreciated by those to whom a good traditional beer means quality, strength, and taste. In fact, a pint worth passing a few pubs to find. Burton Ale is one of the very few pints of beer that can be bought throughout the country, carrying the endorsement of the independent real ale experts, CAMRA. We'd like to take this opportunity to show you some of the skills involved in producing Draught Burton Ale, and to highlight why it's so important that the care and attention it receives at the brewing stage is carried right through to pulling that perfect pint.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Technology and the age of the computer now control this, the main brewing room at Burton. These magnificent and impressive coppers take on a totally new identity in this modern, efficient setting. Meticulously monitored and coordinated from the central control panel, these coppers are capable of handling over 3 million pints a day, which is 4 times the amount handled 20 years ago. All extremely impressive. But what, you may ask, of those traditional brewing skills and values so essential in producing the traditional strong ale, Burton Ale? Technology may have allowed us to perfect the traditional brewing methods, but when it comes to the exacting task of judging the taste, the colour and the texture of Draught Burton Ale, I'm sure you'll agree that's best left to the real experts. From this vast room, the ale is transported to the fermentation vessels, where, after being mixed with yeast, it'll start the fermentation process. After the first process, dry hops are added again to give extra taste and aroma. The ale is then stored for up to 14 days, an unusually long time. This is the start of the secondary fermentation, a process which continues in the publican's cellar. At Burton, the ale is under continuous scrutiny from our own experts. It's here in the sampling room that each day's brew is carefully monitored to ensure that the traditional qualities of colour, texture and taste are kept to the highest standards. In fact, the care and attention to detail needed to create Burton Ale seems more akin to the process expected in producing a fine wine. Here, the casks are filled and sealed, ready for distribution. Before reaching this point, each cask has been thoroughly cleaned and labelled, and to complete the aroma of the ale, more hops are added to each cask. Then, last of all, before leaving the brewery, finings are added to the ale for that final touch of clarity. Hospitality is another part of the tradition of Burton Ale. The brewery vaults was specially built to provide a centre of hospitality for visitors to the brewery and has proved a great success. Licensees and their customers are made really welcome. Hearty fare and perfectly served Burton Ale, plus a guided tour of the brewery, combine to make a very social and educational day out. Throughout the brewing, at every stage of production, Burton Ale receives the utmost care and attention. And as a premium cask-conditioned ale, It's absolutely vital that this care is maintained in the cellar. To assist the licensees and to ensure that Burton Ale maintains its heritage of quality and taste, the Guild of Master Cellarmen was established in 1983. The Guild is exclusive to Burton Ale, and election to it is naturally the ambition of many Burton Ale stockists. Each new Guild member receives special point-of-sale items which endorse the prestige of membership and serve to identify to the customer their publican's very special achievement. The objective of the Guild is to achieve and maintain the highest standards of cellar management, so essential in the care and serving of Burton Ale. The main criteria for election to the Guild of Master Cellarmen are that the outlet should serve a minimum of 96 pints per week of Burton Ale and that they have and maintain the appropriate cellar conditions. At present, over 700 licensees have achieved this Master Cellarman status. Despite the ever-growing number of Guild members, both its standards and indeed the standards needed to become a Burton Ale stockist in the first place are very carefully controlled. The demand for Burton Ale is increasing continuously as more and more publicans appreciate the benefits of selling the traditional strong ale, both from the financial point of view and in answer to the rapidly growing demand for quality cask-conditioned ale from their customers. As mentioned earlier, customers will indeed bypass a few pubs to find draft Burton Ale. They know it costs a bit more, but they also appreciate the unmistakable flavour of traditional ale in this, Burton Brewery's most cherished product. Burton Ale, the traditional strong ale.